All right, let me walk you through the vibe today. Last night I fell asleep at like 11:30, jeans on, lights on, and I was sleeping on top of a pile of laundry, like socks and shit. I wake up because I'm uncomfortable at 4 a.m. sharp. Start my day. It's all quiet. I watch the sunrise. Nobody's up. And for the past 48 hours, I've listened to exclusively Olivia Rodrigo, both albums, and Entry 4 by Jade. And that's it. I have not heard another song that doesn't fall under those two categories. That's the vibe. You know how your body's a temple? You get out of it what you put into it. This is the temple. This is the foundation of my temple. The next layer of my temple. I watched part of that Dave freestyle where it's like the camera angles like up here,
3P is pussy and power. The most important one is the paper.
June posted a flip of Life is Good.
$100,000 for the cheapest ring on the neck finger, little bitch.
But like with no drums, just like some nice like chords and shit. It sounded like a sample. And I've been listening to this song Los Pollos Hermanos by Nux.
How many times would they say I'm the smoothest? Truth is I never not moved this way. My trench coat level.
Okay, all these points of inspiration, plus I watched Dracula Flow for the first time today. He said, gulping sea monkeys by the gallon, my tummy feel crazy. So that one most especially. But all of these things come together to create a very special, this is the vibe I'm on today. Okay, but now that you and me understand each other, now we're both on the same wavelength, we can get into like the nittier grittier of this beat. Now, hear me out. The splice sample was called Creamy Keys. And what do you know? A couple things I notice about this loop that I'm always looking for is there's a lot of shit in the higher end. Like there's the percussion in the background. There's like the snare, brush, and the string noise from the upright bass in the sample. So it's not like it's just the piano. Like if you look at it in an EQ, it's big. That's good. So there's a lot of texture in the sample, and the way this chord hits on this rhythm is nice. This really adds to everything. So my first thought when hearing it was like, I want these chords to reverse into each other. So the chord will play, and then I want it to come swoop back in. And the best way I thought to do that would be to duplicate it and then blur it in Edison and then drag it back in. And then I just automated the volume. So right before the next chord hit. And that's it. There's my melody. Now in one of the Olivia Rodrigo songs, there's a snare that has like a low pass filter on it, and it sounds so fucking good.
Good for you, I guess you moved on really easily.
So I decided to just find like a semi-realistic sounding snare and then just added a low pass filter on it. And then back to that Nux song I remade. I made like a pretty simple drill hi-hat pattern, just I added another hi-hat roll every like 2 bars. And both the hi-hats are under that same low pass filter too. And then we got the coolest part is this open hat. So it's like a normal ass open hat you would use in like a house beat, right? I thought it fit really good, but it was too harsh. My way of fixing that is I have a note hitting at 0 velocity, and then it slides up so it fades in with volume, but it also pitches up at the same time. Dude, it ended out, it was so perfect. That was really lucky how that just worked exactly how I hoped it would. And then we got normal ass 808 patterns. It's like a spins 808 pretty much. I did add kicks at first, but I took them out, and then I have the kicks right here as a lead up, and that's it. Look at the way this part is arranged. This might seem pretty simple, but I think it's a really good way to have it build back up into the next section of the beat. And then one last detail, there's the blurred chords that fade in, right? And all of the melody, whenever there's 808s, there's a high pass filter to cut out the lows to make sure the 808 has room and it's not all like whoa, 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 But I made sure on the chords that blur in, I don't have that high pass EQ for this one because there's no 808 there. I thought this was an important detail. I'm a big 808 guy. I love 808s. Like I want my car to feel like a Rose toy when I'm blasting the speakers. This is a pretty good showcase of taking a bunch of random ass inspiration sources and picking out little things that these songs do can really come together and to make something very, very cool. I hope you liked. Hope you liked my shirt. Okay. Very good.